Hello my lovelies, Sophia here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then welcome as well, my lovelies. Please feel free to explore the channel. There are various readings, there's live readings, there's 3 playlists that might interest you with other channeled messages in from famous people who have passed away and also other investigative energy readings. There's a pick a card readings playlist with various readings in different subjects and they're timeless, and also a get them back playlist if you're wanting someone back into your life. Also below all the videos in the description box is a list of services I provide to help you. I am also a life coach, so I do mentoring, but everything is in the description box for you to look at, including, tarot courses I do and etc, etc. It's all in there. So today's reading is going to go into an investigative energy scenario with Stephen Smith. And before I get into the reading, I just want to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only. Also, it is my opinion, okay? What I'm getting through, it's my alleged opinion. I do not go into other readers' energies. What they've got through in a reading is what they've been given. This is going on what I've been given. With spirit, I do hear them a bit like a spirit box, so it can be random. If you've ever listened to any spirit box ones, the person is asking the spirit to specific questions and they're just coming out with random words. Okay, so I use the cards to tie in as pictures to support the words that I'm being given to create a picture, the full picture. Now, as some people have said, leave the dead alone, etc., etc. It is like if you are telephoning somebody or somebody's telephoning you or turning up at your door, and if you don't want to answer, you're not going to answer. So I might not even get anything through on this. Therefore, there won't be a video. But if you're watching this, then something came through. Spirit is, doesn't mind. They sometimes, a lot of times they want their side of the story told. They want to tell us more of what happened. And also I don't know if I've already said it, I do fast forward when I'm shuffling because I am a methodical shuffler. So let's look at the case. Now, for those of you in the UK, you're probably may not be aware of it. It's not on our local news, okay, or our national news either. I don't think, I haven't seen it on there anyway. But obviously, because I have a lot of clients and viewers and subscribers in all other areas of the world, I do look at like the news and world news, and did see this story. So this is regarding a young man who was 19 years old called Stephen Smith, who was allegedly killed in a hit and run accident on a rural road. And he was found in the early morning on the 8th of July 2015 with a 7¼ inch gash to his right forehead and other injuries. He had been, I believe, to nursing college or something the evening before and was supposed to be on his way home, and his car supposedly broke down because it was found 3 miles, I think, away from where his body was. The gas cap was unscrewed, but his wallet was still inside. So although initial reports were that it was either a gunshot or he'd been beaten up or hit by something, by a passing car, or hit by a car, although there was no sort of car debris or tyre skid marks or whatever, it was put down as a hit and run. So why has this case come to light after all this time? Because for one, his mother sort of suspected that the initial findings may have been wrong and that he was murdered and possibly it was staged. So he was put there but not murdered there. It also came to light because of the fact that the road that he was found on was not far from the Murdoch property. So, of course, when all of this, the Murdoch case has been done, there were relationship rumours, that there was some kind of relationship with Buster Murdoch, who he went to school with. But Buster Murdoch has come out since the case has been reopened, and now his mother has done like a fund me page to exhume the body and have an independent autopsy. Not just his mother, I think, family members. But Buster has come out denying any involvement and says they're vicious rumours and baseless and false. But the mum wants to know what happened, because in her gut feeling, she does not accept this as just a mere hit and run. Okay, so Stephen, my lovely, can you please give us any information about that evening, or anything from the day, any energy before the incident? So you were supposed to have gone to nursing college, I believe. Were you on your way home from there? Give us some background as to what had been happening. Okay, so family. And didn't see it coming. Okay, so this is, like I say, it comes through a bit like a spirit box. So he's saying to his family he didn't see it coming. Okay. But I still feel that there was something here with family. So let's put that one back in. Okay, I took out the shuffling for the whole of that because I wanted to put down quite a few cards to get an overall story, a look at this. So leading up to the event, we've got family twice in both decks. So also 2 males here, and we have the 2 of Cups, which is love, and we have the Lovers there. So there seems to be something, whether these 2 men are related, not Stephen, whether these 2 are brothers or whether they're very close friends, and there was something about either a family relationship or perhaps a relationship that Stephen was involved in, but there was some judging going on, there were some arguments going on, there was some, we've got the 5 of Pentacles twice, so sort of asking for this like an exchange of something, a begging here as well. I'm going to bring it all in, I'm just going to say. So definitely finding out something that he didn't like. He's showing me he's leading up to his death here. And again, he was out in his car when, with the devil, he was struck. Okay, now whether by a car or by something else, I don't know. But he does seem to say that he was out with his car. So I don't feel that he was murdered somewhere else or his life was ended somewhere else and he was put there. I feel it happened on that road because of something he knew or had been told or had found out about, where somebody was wanting him to keep quiet because it would hurt a family. So let's pull in more on this. So let's bring in some more over this. So anything else on this, Stephen? Body. Okay, yes, his body was... Okay, he's saying about exhuming his body, but also I know it hasn't been cleared for that to happen, but also about how his body was hit, whether by a car or by something else, but we'll carry on. Yes, when I was in my car, okay, or on the road, okay, yes, on the road. So I'm going to put that one back in the yes, because that will be handy, and I'll keep that one there. So he's just symbolizing the wheels. Okay, lies as well. There was some kind of lies and deceit. He's drawing me to the curtain, so like a cover-up as well. Okay, he's asking me to pop that one back in, so it might come out as well. Okay, one more from there. So who were the two people, the two males? Now, although I was asking, did he know these two men? Now, this can come out as work or school. Okay, so it's somebody that he knew. And I feel they're more like he went to school with them, not just that he's known them at the college for that course that he was doing, the nursing course. I feel it's two people he already knew. Yeah, from a big institution here. So like school as well. Okay, so I feel they are people he's known for a long time, known the family, whether they are brothers or whether they are just friends, but they're, you know, they've all known each other. Friends, yes, they were friends. He'd known them. Okay, and a cover-up, covering up the news, prison. Okay, it's a cover-up. It's come out in the news, and there will be a prison sentence out of this in one way or another, I feel. Yes. Okay, so let's bring in some more. Let's just bring in some of these a moment before we move on. Anxiety, yeah, they're worrying. They're worrying now. Excuse the dog, just jumped off the bed. They're worrying now because they're getting anxious because of what's coming back out in the news. And the news, because it was covered up, there were lies. Okay, okay. Yeah, the peace. They thought that they'd... Okay, he wants this to come out so that he can rest in peace, if you like, and his mother and his family can be at peace, but also that these people thought that they got away with it, that it had all gone quiet, but now they're anxious because obviously if it is found to be something else, it will be it's being looked into again. Okay. Yeah, you know, by the officials here, by the police, because of the lies, the false person. Okay. So we have the Lovers and we have the Two of Cups. So some kind of relationship thing that this was to do with. Something that was trying to be kept quiet. Please don't tell, you know, we don't want this to tell. We'll give you something to keep you quiet. Don't let anybody else know. What do you want? But then one of these guys, young lads, who's supposed friends, is hot-headed. I'm hearing a bit of a loose cannon. Not so, like, one of them is quite intelligent and quite, the more sort of, let's talk, let's do this, or he's got the gift of the gab, but the other one is too hot-headed. He's like, no, just like, let's do this. So let me just bring in one more on that. Yeah, an exchange. I feel that there was some kind of an imprisonment. Yeah, because they're worrying about it with despair here. The loyalty, whether there's going to be loyalties to these two. I really feel that these two men were involved. They were trying to keep him quiet, and now they're bricking themselves because it's come back out in the media. It's come back out there. They thought it was all quiet here, but with the prison twice, I feel that this is going to be a sentence out of this. This has come up because Stephen wants this to be resolved for his family's sake, for my mother's sake, yes, and the news here, because she's been through a lot here. Okay, let's come into more. I'm going to put some more cards out. I'm also going to let the dog out the room, so bear with me here. Okay, on these, I carried on pulling cards as I was asking him about his death. So it seems to definitely be over a relationship, and we had that out here. The Two of Cups and the Two of Cups again, which is a relationship. We've got the Judgment up here before his death, and we've got Judgment again here. And we've got... So there was something either that he found out about someone else's relationship, or it was something to do with a relationship he was in. I'm not getting anything else out. I will try and probe whether it was his own relationship that he was in with somebody that was causing this, or if it was somebody else's that he found something out about that would involved 3 people here. I've got 3 people here as well. And again, this like pleading, you know, don't tell, this must never come out. Okay, this cover up, as we had there, the cover up and the lies. Okay, so also I feel that this is him saying at the time of his death there were him and 2 other people. So I do feel that there were 2 males. I'm not picking up on a female. I haven't had any female cards apart from his mother here, wanting justice for his mother. So let's carry on. So there was something that he knew, and it was sort of weighed up and down here. You know, should I tell? Shouldn't you tell? You found out. You shouldn't have found out, sort of thing. And again, this sort of exchange of either emotional blackmail or financial blackmail, if you like. We'll give you something if you don't say something. Then this sort of... what if he blows the whistle, I heard then. Okay, so what if he does tell? We need to keep him quiet. So I don't feel it was planned for that night in particular. And he's saying here, you know, he'd been studying, he'd been to his college. Okay, and then I died, he's saying. That's when things changed as well. You know, he was showing me this card that he was out of the car and he was walking along the road. So perhaps he had run out of petrol. But then these 3 people and, you know, 2 other people met. They were there together. And it was like he was pleading or saying, no, I won't say anything. I won't say anything. We've got this path as well. You know, he was walking through the path and then, you know, along the road and was hit. You know, one of them lost their temper or said something and hit him. And I feel that it was with a hard object because it's a man with a club. Okay, this is usually a dominant, controlling male. But with the club as well, it's as if he's showing me the picture that I was walking along and I was struck. Now, I feel that these people were in a car because we've got the car here. They stopped. Okay, so they were in their car, they stopped at him, there was these words like this, you know, standing up to each other, you know, and then the disaster happened. He was struck like lightning, and was left there on the road. Now, the people that have done it, it's really got them thinking because they know what they've done. Okay, and here we have court as well. So they know that this could be a court case coming up. So they are, as I said, anxious about what the hell's going to come out. Okay, so it does seem to be that he was out of the car. He was walking along the road and was hit around the head by one of them, obviously the one that wasn't driving. Let's see if we can get some more on this. So anything else? Yeah, some kind of argument, some kind of words exchanged, like we said on that wheel one, you know, the sort of sizing each other up, not squaring up to each other is a word on one, you know, you know, blah, 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 blah. No, I won't say anything. Yeah, but we can't take that risk sort of vibe here. Okay, carry on. Yeah, again, flame and temper. One of them lost their temper. And I feel the driver of the car was trying to pull him back. No, it's, you know, leave it or something here. Again, that Two of Cups. This was definitely with the Two of Cups out 3 times. This was all to do with a relationship. That if something was found out about or leaked about this relationship, it was going to cause upsets to a family. Again, the Lovers. Look what flipped over then. The Lovers. So this is definitely a relationship. Okay, Stephen, was this a relationship you were in? Father. Okay, so the father would have not agreed to this relationship, or your father knew. Was it your father? Liar and battles. Okay, so some kind of lies. Either, okay, was it not necessarily your father, was it something you found out about a father then? A union, yes, about something, a union. Okay, so he either, I'm not getting, I will try again to get something more. So at the moment he's saying something about a father and lies, and it would cause devastation about this union. Now, whether it is he might have found out about one of these guys, these lads' father having an affair or telling lies about a relationship, or if a father found out about the relationship, it would be devastating on the family. Okay, anything, yeah, devastation, destruction for what was being said about this sexual attraction. Okay, so Stephen, was this a relationship that you were in? No. So I don't feel it was a relationship that he was in. I think he found out something about a father figure, not necessarily his father. It could be the father of these two people, or one of them if they're not brothers, okay, or perhaps they had a sister or something here, but something. Father lies about this union would cause devastation. It got out. Okay. Was this a father, somebody's father having an affair? Beauty, attracted to somebody. Feelings revealed. Tongues wagging if it was found out. And destroy the home life if it was found out at home. So he's not giving me exactly at the moment a yes or a no as to whether it was. He said no, that it wasn't him personally involved. So I feel he saw something or heard something or was told something about some kind of relationship that was either a father that was seeing somebody, or that if the father found out, it would be devastating. Okay, let's see if we can find out any more on this. Anything else, Stephen, please? Let's bring in these cards. We haven't brought in these yet. Anything else? Yeah, sort of keeping the balance here, keeping things quiet. And again, death by somebody coming along the road. Because if the mother found out, it would cause devastation. Now, not necessarily because... I don't feel it's his parents, though. I don't feel this is his parents. I'd be very surprised if it was. I feel it is... He found out something or was told something about... again, justice, no justice. Nobody's in the room, says no justice. From the past and what he'd been told, and it was causing him pressure. So he was told something, or he found out something. And these two people, these guys, lads, knew about it as well. Now, whether one of them was involved, or whether it was one of theirs father, or whether it was something going on in a relationship with them, and if the father found out, all hell would break loose and the mother would be really upset. But whatever it was, Stephen found something out, or was told something, was told to keep quiet about it, but then they couldn't trust that he wouldn't blow the whistle because it was weighing heavily on his mind. So he's come home he's on his way back from college. These two guys pull up, start having a go at him. How did they know he was there then? They didn't know that he was going to run out of petrol. So how did they know he was on that road for them to go there, to have this confrontation with him that ended abruptly? Tree. Now this can be like, it could be a couple of things. It can be like the internet, the web. Okay, the roots going out. So it could be something that was social, you know, on... Oh, yes. Okay, he's clarifying. It was something to do with social media. Perhaps he'd broken down. Perhaps he'd called somebody. I've broken down. I'm going to start walking. Why? No, because he didn't have his wallet with him. So it's not like he would have been walking to buy petrol. Drawing me to this deck. Hang on. Being shut out of being something there. Clarify more. And the tower again. So it's like he, for whatever reason, I feel that his car did break down. Whether it ran out of petrol or whether he was flagged down or something here, but it's like he put something on social media, or perhaps rung somebody and said, I don't like this, it's dark, you know, I'm out on this road by myself. And then these people found out whether it's, so say like if he put something on social media, then they would find out about it, wouldn't they? They'd see that he'd, oh, fucks me, I've broken down or whatever. It's dark. May have even been raining, I heard then as well. So something on the web is what I'm getting. Some kind of communication. Okay, digital communication. Put him where he was. So was he in... Stephen, were you in your car? No, out. Again, 3 of them. Out under the stars. Okay, so, and no, please don't. It's fine. I won't tell anybody. I won't do anything. No, I'm not going to say anything, you know, but then again, the car, this is sort of destiny. the car, the decision as well, and the fast action, and them running off. Okay. Broken-hearted and 3 again. How many times have we had 3 people involved? So there was definitely him and 2 other people at the time that he lost his life. Daughter spirit, yeah, when I transitioned to spirit. Okay, one more from here. Have we got anything else to say from here? Yeah, hostilities, which is a bit like this one as well, isn't it? So let's just try and get a little bit more. Thief, yeah, robbed of my life because of a relationship. Okay, so we know it's definitely to do with a relationship. Now, whether it was a relationship that he was actually in, that if it came to light would have a devastating impact on a family, or he found out about something that was going on in somebody else's family and told to keep quiet about it. Either way, it was either a secret that involved him in this relationship, or it was what he found out or heard or saw was, hush, you better not say anything. And he said, no, I'm not going to say anything. But it was weighing on his mind. These 2 couldn't trust him. They wanted to silence him. He'd gone to college. He, for whatever reason, the car broke down. He posted something or rang somebody. These 2 got wind of it, drove along there. They got into a discussion. A little, then it got into more, no, I won't say anything. I don't, yeah, but we don't trust you. Something happened and one of them hit him, and his life was taken because of love. Okay, anything else? Mother, yeah, mother. And peace. I'm not taking that one, the never. Oh, okay, yeah, he's saying my mother will never be at peace. Okay. Until she's free from of what happened. So once she knows what happened, so even if she never found out what happened, then she will take that to the grave. Okay, never settling and never being at peace. But if she finds out what happened, she will be at peace. Yeah, because it's still a puzzle and it's coming out now. Okay, it's coming out now. Yeah, like this cut, the dots are starting to be joined now. Okay, so the mother getting that, hopefully finding out what actually happened. Let me just draw me back to these. So anything else on this? Yeah, for her to have that knowledge and to be at peace. She's been very, very patient. His family's been very patient, waiting, but they will know what happened. Again, with that 3, all the time, the 3, him and 2 others, strong, broken-hearted as well. Okay, so Stephen, final message for your family, please. Yeah, although they've been stuck in like this, it's been like they've been in prison, not knowing, the truth. Because things didn't add up. The mum's always known, okay, that something wasn't right. Yeah, and due to her faith, having faith that this wasn't, that something wasn't right about it, and father, saying father as well, acknowledging the father there. Yeah, it's been doing their head in for all these years, all this time. You know, what happened, what actually happened. This doesn't feel right. I can't accept that this was just a hit and run. Something else must have happened. Yeah, about the death, his death, so his mother can be at peace with this. Yeah, waiting a long time. I know she has. Waiting a long time to find out what happened to her child. Okay. Victory. There you go. Victory. She will find, this will come to light this time now. This will come to light. Just thinking what others to carry on with these a moment. Yeah, action being done now. The ball is rolling now. Action will be taken. Yeah, because of the indecision, the false news, you know, of what happened, and the mother feeling, you know, this is, we've got 8. Has it been 8 years? 15 to 20, 21, 20. Yeah, for 8 years. The indecision that there's been for 8 years about what happened that night on the journey. But he's saying it was to do with a relationship here, carrying connections, a relationship. And he's sending his love and hugs to his family as well. And for their healing of, you know, them always wondering what happened. Okay. Yeah, child and bad health. You know, it's not been an enjoy. You know, she's suffered health wise, stress wise as well here, and he knows that she thinks of him, and he thinks of her as well. He will always be her son. Okay, let me just. I wanted to see. Sorry, Stephen. Before you go. I was asking what about these two men, looking at there, and the scales of justice. Okay, everything's twisted at the moment, but the scales of justice will be done. Yes, it will be. Scales of justice will be done on these men here. The two that did it were involved in it. I just want to ask Stephen, were you have said that you were walking along the road. So did your car, let's come back to here. Did your car actually break down? No. Okay, I'm going to pop that back in. Were you stopped by them? Yes. Okay, so I feel then where he said he was walking along the road, perhaps I misinterpreted that it was just that he felt alone because it was at night. No, because of the social media journey. Yes, I know you were on a journey. Okay, let's clarify that more. Clarify that more, Stephen, please. You'd said that you were walking along because I feel that you did some kind of post here. You rang, there was some kind of digital social media or something that happened here. No, I'm going to have to put those away because I'm not getting anything out of that. So, excuse me. I don't feel, okay, so if his car was found with the petrol cap unscrewed, but the wallet was still in the car, then if he had broken down because he'd run out of petrol, he wouldn't have left his wallet in the car. He'd have needed his wallet to take with him to go somewhere to get even if he'd rung somebody to say, I've broken down, I need to get petrol, then he would have taken his wallet. So he could have broken down, he could have well have run out of petrol or was low in petrol. And why you would unscrew your petrol cap, because you're not going to see anything in there, are you? I don't know, he's not bringing me through. So I'm just sort of, again, my alleged opinion. Either he broke down, rang somebody, or posted a status, fucks my life, I've broken down, it's dark, it's late, and they came out. Either he rang one of them and they came out, and then it started the discussion about this relationship, and then it got heated, and that was that. Or they saw the post, or perhaps he rang somebody who was with them, and they were like, this is our opportunity to go and silence him. Perhaps, you know, when he was walking, that they followed, because he was like, I'm not having this, I'm not going to say anything, but I need to go, and not remembering that his wallet was in the car, and he started walking to get away from them, but they approached him and hit him. Leaving, yeah, I was walking around, and death here, and pleading, you know, no. So I feel that they caught up with him when he was at his car, him not expecting, because of the very first two cards where I didn't see this coming. So he wasn't expecting to be hit. And I feel it was by an object, and not by, it was something that somebody was holding, not by being hit by a car. Yeah, struggle. Okay, there's some kind of struggle here. It wasn't... Yeah, he walked away, but again, it was like, because of this, yeah, but you will tell. Okay. Whatever happened, I feel he was definitely outside of the car. Whether they had flashed him, caught up with him, rammed him off the road, or whether he had broken down, had rung one of them, or rung friends, or put it on social media, that was their opportunity to drive along there. There was some kind of discussion. It was all to do with a relationship that was being kept a secret, whether it was him involved, which he says it wasn't him involved. It seems to be that he found something out or heard something about somebody else, that it would have devastating news on the families. I don't feel it was his family. I feel it was the family of the person he found out it was about, or the other person, and they had this discussion, debate, things turned for the worst. So it wasn't like a car just drove along, a hit and run, clipped him, knocked him over and drove off. No, it was in two men purposely went there, either followed him or found out he'd broken down because of who he'd rung or put on social media, went there. He was confronted by them. I don't want to, I'm turning, walking away from this. Leave me alone. I'm not going to say anything. We can't take that risk. Boom. They thought they got away with it. It's all coming out now. They're shitting themselves because they know what happened, that it wasn't a hit and run. But his mother will get peace, and it looks like there will be a trial and somebody will be going to prison for it. So, my lovelies, we got there in the end. Hopefully this case gets solved for the poor family, and I will leave you with this. Thank you very much. Love and light.